Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to be using the pretty infamous wheel spinner, at least here on YouTube. I've seen a lot of simmers use it, such as Raiwa Sim, Sydney Macaretta, Karen and Connie. Today, we are going to be using 3 different wheels. One of them has all of the occult options in Create-A-Sim. Another one has just back and forth between male, female. And then we have a master aesthetics list that I found online and edited just a little bit to, there was one that was mermaid core and witch core. I took those ones off because obviously we're already doing something involving occults. But let's go ahead and take our first spin. Okay, sweet. So first we are going to be making a fairy. Gonna go ahead and remove that. Next up, deciding what the gender is going to be. I believe today we will be making 2, maybe 3 different Sims. Okay, and we are going to be making a female fairy. Going to remove that as well. So we are going to have at least 1 female and at least 1 male. Just going to end up seeing what we actually end up with as far as our 3rd sim. Going to go ahead now and spin our aesthetics wheel. And we get, futuristic. Okay. So we have a female futuristic fairy. Very fun. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off of our list as well and hop on over to my Pinterest. Okay, so not seeing a lot of color at the moment, seeing a lot of different kinds of textures, lots of cutouts, definitely like a good amount of this kind of like shiny, something that has some sort of, definitely lots of different textures, lots of cutouts. And then let's just see if there is fairy aesthetic to it. Yeah, so when we add fairy into it, it very much takes over the ethereal kind of way that things look. Something like this is actually very, very interesting to me. Something kind of like this. Definitely, I really like this. I think this here might be our main inspiration for our first sim. Now, for our sim here, I did finish up with her face as well as changing her body just a little bit, just making her, just personally not a fan of thigh gaps. I think it's much more realistic to just give Sims a little bit more stock on their legs and everything. But now I am gonna go ahead and give some tattoos. I feel like with this aesthetic that we got, it would be really interesting to apply one of the tattoos that we have, such as this. I feel it does give a sense of a bit of that futuristic vibe that we had pulled up on Pinterest. I would like it to be on both sides. And I do really like it in this white. I think maybe if we wanted to do any of the leg tattoos, we would do the corresponding. So now we've got all of the tattoos. These are all coming from the Enchanted by Nature pack as well. So it does also feel as though it would be in character for a sim such as this. So I think this is what we are going to do as far as our sims, body details and everything. Wanted to use all of the tattoo options. Now that we are done editing our sim's actual appearance, here we have our futuristic fairy so far. Not entirely sure what we're going to end up naming her. Gonna go ahead now and figure out what I'm thinking for her hair. Thinking something on the shorter side, potentially. This may honestly, maybe too short. And I do want her ears to be visible. So maybe we need to do either a medium length or possibly an updo. I did also see quite a bit of this kind of aesthetic when we were on our Pinterest board here. Obviously, this is what we were mainly looking at initially, but when we had it without fairies, it was much more of just like a kind of has like a bit of some grunge or a bit of like a sleekness to it. And either pick something that is kind of on the grungier side like this. Honestly, this Moschino hair is potentially going to be one of the best options that we have. One that's very, very similar to this one is the new one that just came with the Enchanted by Nature pack. Although I think I prefer the one that came with the Moschino stuff pack. Just, it looks thicker and I don't know. I think I just like the thickness of it a little bit better. So let's go ahead and go with this hair for her. And as far as our accessories go, we could do some jewelry. Let's see. I believe this is the Tiny Living expansion pack. We also have some other kind of nice ones here. Just aiming for things that obviously have that futuristic style to it, but I think I am going to go for a very monochromatic style for her. For the eyes, honestly, some of these eyeshadows that came with Get to Work are pretty good for this. I never really use those in general, but I really like the look of this. I think we will move on to eyeliner. Honestly, it might be the same for the eyeliner. I very much enjoy this look. It kind of gives me futuristic a little bit. Let's see, do we want to give her eyelashes? I think she kind of looks better without them. Well, I think she would have some interesting eyes though. Maybe let's switch those up. Ooh, I really like these. It kind of has like iridescence. It's giving, this is interesting. I don't know if I'm like going too overboard or not, but I think I am going to use this Love Struck. I will turn the brightness up a little bit. And I believe I gonna give her just a little bit of this Love Struck highlighter. Let's see, is there anything I would rather do? I think a lot of this would interfere with what we already have chosen for like the eyeshadow and everything. I think I'm gonna stick with doing the highlighter and leave these for some other options. As far as necklaces go, might even be something kind of like this. I think just to give her more of like the ethereal fairy, I'm gonna give her this necklace here that came with the Enchanted by Nature pack, just to give like a little bit of color. We could even do, I kind of enjoy this neutral shade. I think we're gonna stick with that. And obviously we've got her fairy form is what we're going to be focusing on. Let's go ahead and pick out some wings for her. They were kind of actually like this as far as having that kind of like iridescent look to it. But let me just keep looking. I also really like these ones, but they don't necessarily have the same iridescent effect to it as these ones have. Yeah, let's go ahead and use these ones. And we will go ahead and choose. Let's go ahead and make all of the, yeah, I actually really enjoy that. I think we're going to have that be the final form of her wings. Let's go ahead and see what we have as far as an outfit. For one of our first options, we do have this onesie that came with the Lovestruck expansion pack, but it's not really my favorite, so I'm gonna keep looking. This does have the kind of cutout situation that we are looking for. Actually, you know, this is one of the better things that I've seen as far as having all of like the cutouts and everything that we were seeing. I think we're going to mark that as an option. This one is actually pretty perfect from the Lovestruck pack. It has that shine to it and everything. So these are the matching bottoms that come with it. I think this is going to be our everyday outfit. Let's go ahead and use this set that came with the Lovestruck expansion pack. And quickly we will go ahead and I was seeing a lot of boots. So I think we're going to give her in the what is it? The Bella Goth. In the Secret Sanctuary. Yeah. The Bella Goth pack, though. And as far as accessories go, I did see a somewhat good amount of accessories. However, most of them were things such as this. So let's go ahead and give her an arm cuff. I think those match the best. I think those are going to be the nails that we give to her. Let's see, do we want to add any of these leggings? We could add these. They've got some nice sparkle to them, adding an addition on texture as well, and gives her a little bit more coverage. So I think I am going to give her that. And this one came with the Sweet Allure pack. It was made by a CC creator, so really, really good stuff. I think I am going to give it to her in this kind of more neutral shade. And this is going to be our futuristic fairy. Okay, so something that I was seeing as far as I was looking up some futuristic baby names and I'm really liking the name Nova, and another name that I was seeing was Astra, both kind of relating to like stars. So I think we'll go with that. For her traits, as far as being futuristic, I think she would be pretty smart. Probably pretty geeky as far as having like some sci-fi interests. Maybe as far as being futuristic, I think maybe we'll give her adventurous, seeking out new and unique experiences. Just because, I mean, she's pretty fun, pretty funky. Maybe she would herself enjoy being like a sort of scientist of sorts, trying to actually get herself to the future. With that in mind, maybe we will give her the nerd brain. And again, here we have our Nova Astra in her fairy form. For her formal wear, we have this dress coming from the luxury party pack. For her athletic wear, mostly wearing seasons, also with a bit of businesses and hobbies. For her sleepwear, we've just got on this onesie coming from Lovestruck and some socks. We went with this top also from the luxury party kit and those same bottoms from Lovestruck. Doing a little bit of a change for her eye makeup, just giving her a little bit of an addition for her party wear. This is coming from the poolside splash kit. For her hot weather, we have the Lovestruck onesie once again, with some hoop earrings and some nice strappy shoes. Last but not least, we have her cold weather wear. We've got the shoes from the Blast to the Past event, pants from high school years, top from Throwback Fit, and the beanie also from Businesses and Hobbies. Once again, here is our girl, Miss Nova Astra. Okay, and we are back to our Wheel of Names. Go ahead and spin again. And this time, looks like we're gonna get Spellcaster. Yep, okay, so we'll go ahead and remove that. All right, and spinning for the gender. Okay, it looks like we are going to have another female, and our third and final sim is going to be our one and only male. Going ahead and spinning for our aesthetics now. And we get old money. Okay, so we have a female old money spellcaster. This is what we get as far as a old money witch outfit. Mostly kind of pulling from like this kind of aesthetic, probably. Let's just start with old money female outfit. So when we pull up old money, it's giving a lot of kind of just like a polished, preppy. So our old money is pretty much just meaning that the family has been in wealth for quite a long time. I've seen this image pop up quite a couple of times now. As far as old money for a spellcaster, that would be a witch. As far as main inspiration would go for an old money witch, would maybe be something kind of like this, having like a very polished, very well put together. Definitely has kind of like a dark academia mixed with that old money as far as what the old money witches search gives us. This actually, to me, this is a really, really good picture as far as what I might be going for as far as our aesthetic here. Okay, so we have our Sim's face done now. Also going to go in and give her some of these freckles, give her some skin details. So let's go ahead and figure out a hairstyle for our old money Sim. Let's see, so we do have some of these ones that came with Get Famous. I actually don't mind this hairstyle much. I think I will save that as one of the options. Can also do one of these, which came with the Vintage Party Pack. Definitely has some good texture to it. Also has like that nice addition there. Let's add that to formal wear. We do also have this hair that came with the Enchanted by Nature pack, although I'm not sure if it is really giving old money per se. I think we're gonna go with this one. Let's also, really quickly, we are going to have her eyebrows match her hair color. So let's go ahead. She is always going to have some lashes. She is also going to use this contour. Let's do this highlighter. And also for our blush, let's apply this across the board. She can at least have that. Saw a lot of dark, so maybe we will do a lipstick kind of like this. Okay, let's go ahead and add this eyeshadow. And we will also make her a spellcaster. We'll go ahead and pick out some accessories for her. I think from the For Rent pack, we could do some of these earrings. And there are quite a lot of different shades, so whatever we end up doing for her like main outfit colors, I do believe a lot of the colors that I was seeing were pretty dark. So maybe for now we will do this dark blue swatch on here. We do also have the option of these earrings that came with the Life and Death pack. Maybe we will go ahead and pick these earrings from Life and Death, as well as pick a nice necklace. Let's see, some pearls. Those are always kind of classic. Could go with some of these pearls from Cottage Living, or we could go with some of these pearls that actually came with the Love Struck pack. These are also quite nice. I think we are going to go with this necklace here that came with Love Struck. If we did want to go a little bit more of a lighter side, we could always go with this in this nice green shade. We could also do one of these outfits that came with Businesses and Hobbies, another kind of Businesses and Hobbies outfit that we could do, or really any of these here. Let's see, I was seeing quite a lot of like business suits and such. Although with this outfit, we don't have, the buttons don't look like they come in silver, and she does have more of silver jewelry going on. So I think we will go with this dress here from Cottage Living. It is the dress that the original swatch is similar to that pretty well-known like strawberry dress, but I really like it in this green shade. Green to me, it does very much read witch. So let's also pick out some shoes. We could do some cute little shoes like this if we wanted to. Although I think we may want to do something that's a little bit more formal for her. For shoes, I do really like these ones. We're gonna go with these ones from the Moschino Stuff Pack right here. And we are going to also go in and find some nice little stockings for her. We will give her just some basic stockings from Love Struck. I do also want to give her some nails. Maybe not quite the same kind as the other. I think something a little bit more like this, that's a little bit more dainty. Although none of these shades really match what it is I am going for. I think we are just going to give her these ones that came with Love Struck, because they're pretty polished and well put together. I am going to give her these rings that came with the Golden Years pack, just matching them to the shade that we have on our earrings. And then let's see, let's put some rings on our other hand. That's pretty nice. I think I may end up taking this off and swapping it out just for something a little bit more basic. And I do want to give her one of these watches. I believe the one I am looking for. There we are. Okay. Yeah, so we'll give her this bracelet here that came with Vintage Glamour. And this is going to be our Spellcaster's everyday wear. For our sim here, I did look up old money girl names, and one that I saw popping up quite a lot was the name Eleanor. And for a last name, I am going to give her Goldman. Just because that's gold, that's money. As far as old money goes, definitely going to be materialistic. I think I am also going to make her a snob, just so that she has something besides just being wealthy. We'll say perhaps she is a music lover. For her aspiration, maybe we will give her Mansion Baron. For our formal wear, here we have it, wearing a vampire's dress. For our formal wear, we are back with the Secret Sanctuary kit. For our sleepwear, we are also wearing Secret Sanctuary kit. For our party wear here, we have a whole lot of Life and Death. For our swimwear, we are also wearing Life and Death. For our hot weather, we have this dress from the Sweet Allure kit, along with some Crystal Creation stockings. And lastly, for our outerwear, we have this outfit from the Incheon Arrivals kit. And one more time, here is our old money witch, Miss Eleanor Goldman. All right, and we are back to our trusty wheel. Let's see what we get for our last sim. Oh, looks like it's gonna be a werewolf. And we know that it is for sure going to be a male. For his aesthetic, let's see what he is going to be. Ooh, okay, we have light academia. That's actually very, very fun. Oftentimes when I do werewolves, they are not light academia. So essentially, as we can see here, a lot of it is going to be a little bit more of like the preppy kind of schoolboy looking. So first off, let's change our sim to a werewolf. Okay, and honestly, I gonna be howling quite a lot throughout this process. I really enjoyed what the sim kind of looked like originally, so I didn't change his face too much. I do want to start out by giving him some facial hair. Let's see, and I think I am going to be giving him black hair. I do like this one from Lovestruck, but it is quite put together, and I'm not entirely sure, Yeah, I think this is a little bit more like what I had in mind, this high school year's hair. And I am going to filter by texture. I'm going to do afro texture, just so that we can have that kind of curl to match the curl pattern that we see in the facial hair. Temporarily going to be making him a human while we are working on some of the things up here with his hair, and maybe if we do any accessories for him, just because the howling is a bit distracting. For our sim here, I think I'm going to give him this hairstyle that came with Cottage Living, just because it does look well kept and everything on the sides, but it still has a little bit of like a untamed kind of, like obviously these haven't been retwisted recently. They're a little bit blended at the base and everything. So I like these as far as his hairstyle. As far as doing any accessories go, I'm going to just give him these basic hoops that come with base game. Yeah, I like these ones a little bit better. And we'll do silver just to go along with the light academia. As far as a necklace goes, I could see myself giving him something. Maybe actually could give him a little moon necklace. I'm gonna give him this chain necklace in the silver shade that came with the Casanova Cave kit. Maybe if we want to change it out for like the moon necklace, we might do that. But let's figure out his outfit first. So an option that we definitely have is this top here that came with the Crystal Creations pack. This is actually very much on point from the Sweet Allure pack. Honestly, any of these tops that came with the Sweet Allure pack would be pretty good. Also, this one that we see from the Life and Death pack, I really like this on him. I definitely know he is going to be wearing a button-up of some kind. We could also do something like this from the High School Years pack. If we do something like this, we do also see that chain necklace. We do also have the option of something that's like this, which is a little bit less put together. And I like this because obviously with it looking a little less put together, might have been something that like he had just thrown on after having a transformation recently. So I think we might save this as an option and get rid of this one. We do also have this top that came with the Life and Death pack. Similar to this top that came with the Moonlight Chic kit. This is a little bit less put together than this initial one that we found from the Life and Death pack. So I'm going to get rid of this one as one of our options. Okay, and between these two, I do believe that this one is a little bit more of the light academia feeling that we're going for. So this is going to be the one that I choose from Life and Death. Next, let's find him some pants. We do also have these pants here that came with Life and Death. I think maybe these might be a really good contender, but I'm going to just double check other options before we fully decide on this one. These pants from Strangerville also are actually very interesting. I like the pattern to these. Even though I like this pattern, I do think that these pants are better suited for his everyday wear. So I really quickly am just going to throw some socks on for him and we will find some shoes. I think we'll probably go for some loafers potentially. I actually really like these base game shoes under the lace-ups category. We might end up going with those unless I find some boots. As far as the loafers go, I wasn't finding any that really matched his outfit very well. Maybe we'll give him these shoes also from the Casanova Cave kit. And as far as accessories go, I would like to get him a watch as well as a couple of rings. Okay, so it's looking like, unfortunately, this top does not allow for things to be shown on the wrist. So we'll just go ahead and focus on the jewelry on the rings side. So I'm going to give him this moon ring. Maybe we will also give him some of these silver rings here. I think maybe if we give him silver ring on his ring finger and we give him a silver ring on his middle finger, I think that would be a nice match. So here we have him. So for our sim here, I am going to name him Quinn because that often means chief, counsel, or wisdom. And I saw somewhere else the name Cato, which I personally just like because I am a huge Hunger Games fan. So as soon as I saw that name, I thought about the Hunger Games. I'm a fan. So this here is going to be Quinn Cato. For our traits, as far as being light academia, I think that he would probably be a sim that we would send to university. He would probably be relatively ambitious. He would probably be highly intelligent as well. So I am going to give him genius. And as far as hobbies, I am going to give him bookworm. And for his aspiration, I think it's only fitting to go somewhere in the knowledge category. Maybe we will give him the academic. I think that goes really, really well with light academia. So I am also going to, I think I may leave his werewolf form for the most part. Maybe we will do some edits here and there. Let's choose some ears. With the light academia, I would like to go with some softer features, so I'm gonna do one ear down, keep his general look. I do enjoy the way that he looks. He looks pretty cute so far. For the nose, maybe we will give him, I think that's really cute, the little like pink spot. So I think we'll give him this one. I would like him to be more on like the lighter side, again with the light academia. So maybe we'll go with a nice tan color, maybe like a nice darker brown a little bit. Yeah, I think that's pretty cute. And I am not going to give him clothes. That kind of feels odd to put him in clothes like this. So this is going to officially be our werewolf form. I am gonna go ahead now and figure out the rest of his outfits. All right, so we've got our formal wear. We've got this full body outfit from Life and Death. We've got athletic wear, got a good combination of university. For his sleepwear, we have this Simtimates collection set. For his party wear, we ended up using this Life and Death top for his party outfit. For his swimwear, we've just got these basic trunks. For his hot weather, we have the high school years shorts with a Dream Home Decorator top. For our cold weather, we've got a Sweet Allure top. These are Life and Death pants, and the hat is Cottage Living. If you have made it to the end of this video, I want to thank you so much. Really means the world to me. I know that this post was a little bit of a lag. The editing process took me quite a long time, but I really enjoyed making this video for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, please like this video and subscribe for more content.